Oh, all right, good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. And what you're seeing is just a little behind the scenes of what has happened. And we do wish you a good evening. Please share the live when you come in. So when you come in, all right, let me just take out this one here. Take out this air condition unit here. All right. Right. So share the live when you come in, and so that we can have a productive show. All right. So we should have a productive show, and also we do have to talk a little bit on what is happening. So yeah, it's it's fine point, and let me just get some. Oh. Oh, no. Right. Yeah, let's get a little music up in here. A little bit of music up in here. A little bit of music up in here. What is that, everybody? What is that up in? Music up in here. A little bit of music up in here. Okay. Alright, yeah. So the air condition, alright, okay. Yes, good evening. Alright, good evening. When you come in, please share the live so that we let other people know. Can both come into some definition. I don't understand why, but you know. Alright, let me just lower that volume a little bit. Yes, the spirit calling. Not too low. I need to have a little background music. I need to have a little background music when I'm talking. Alright, just bring it down a little bit. Yes, bring it down a little bit. All right. Yeah, that's good. That's good writing. Good evening, Miss Daniela Williams, and good evening to all on all the different platforms that are streaming. Fine points at this point in time. So let me just hop over and just make sure that our quality is all right. Yes. So people can actually go and click on any one of the social platforms and we will be right there. So yes, click on any one of them and we are going to be streaming on 8 platforms. Yes, so we're streaming on 8 platforms, and I'm glad and I'm proud to say that Facebook has allowed me back my the privilege of streaming on Fearless Warrior page. So that is what is good. So I am back on the socials after being given a ban, it looking like, for some strange reason. I don't know why. But we are back up and running. So what I want to deal with tonight, really and truly, because we have to deal with some fine points. And the fine points in life that we have to deal with is some real things that is really bothering me. And not just bothering me, but I think it is bothering the whole entire population at this point in time. And I think that we need to get some clarity on what is really going on at this point in time. Because here it is, we have a man who is in our country called Trinidad and Tobago, blessed nation, and he is moving around. Now, I have no problem with he going to do his investigative journalism. I don't have any problem with that. They want to sort out who are the guns, who are not the guns, and all them different things. But something I just really wonder, if people serious in this country, if these quote-unquote gang leaders, or even the minions who working with them, really serious about their life. Because it can't be that you want to be part and parcel of a gang, but yet still you don't want to understand that this man could be setting Oye up before Oye even reach ages of 20, 21, 22, all them kind of ages. Oye to realize that a man come to this country, who funded him? Nobody don't know. Where he getting money from? Nobody don't know. But he went to all the gangs to see who have gun and who don't have gun. Now, me have no problem with that, you know. But I think we have enough intelligence in Trinidad and Tobago to know that where the guns located and who have it and when we can go after it and why we can go after it. So, here it is. This man comes to this country. Put him up for me, please, director. Director, put this man who professes to be coming to our country to embarrass our country in Trinidad and Tobago. Look the man right here. And for some strange reason, something is not right. Something is not right. No, I don't have a problem, you know. But something is not right with this guy. Because you come to Trinidad and Tobago and all you come to do is highlight the negativities of Trinidad and Tobago, and then talking about whether none of the people want to see it. It is thing and it is highlighted and it's up to the people and all them different things. But no, I can't come to Canada. I could never come to Canada and highlight the negativities of Canada like that. And people have no problem with that. People have no problem in telling this man, hey, I think it's time you pack your bags and leave. You know? Because all you come in to do is highlight negativity of the guns and the thing and the this and the that and the thing. We can't be serious as a people in this country to be. And the first thing people have to jump on and say is Trinidad is never a real place. But Trinidad is a real place. Because we have real assholes like this man coming to this country, looking for fame, no problem with that. Looking for likes, no problem with that. But he's highlighting your country in a bad light. And if he's highlighting your country in a bad light, why Oye have this man professing as though he is the first to highlight guns and ammunition in the country? He is not the first. He is not the first and he will not be the last. Because we had local journalists in this country who went to some of these said gangs and did the same investigative stories. And you know what? Many of the same people wasn't even paying attention. They wasn't paying attention. But because this man who comes from Canada and he looks different from us, he is being given like an A1 rating for coming and highlighting something that we already know. And this poor excuse from one of the deputy police commissioners was so, he didn't watch the videos. And so wait now, look, here's really wonder in this place, Here's really wonder in this place. You ain't watch the videos of this man coming and highlighting Trinidad and Tobago as though we are some gang culture that is going to destabilize the whole entire country. Let me tell this man one thing, and I'll say this, and I'll say this, and I'll say this. Nobody first I tell you, I just get fed up with this tripping. So take this man off, please. Take this man off, and let me move on to the next slide. But nobody should be allowing people like that individual, Chris, and here you name Chris Must list. So he deliberately put in his thing like, he wants to say it's a Christmas. He bringing gifts. But bringing gifts for who? The first thing we need to ask people, don't go too fast. The first thing we need to ask people is whether or not if this man is paying. We need to ask that question. I ask him, is he paying these fellas and them to highlight what they are doing? And how much is he paying if he's paying them? Because really and truly, I ain't seen him working with the police to say, showing a different version of what you come here to do. But all you come here to do is to highlight, well, better I take a plane and come to Canada and highlight all the homeless that they don't show you in Canada. Come and show you all the gang culture in Canada that they don't show you. Because the way they portray Canada is as though Canada is the most peaceful, polarized nation in the whole entire world. But it may not just be on that. So we need to ask ourselves, he making money because he has a monetized YouTube. We know that. But really and truly, is he paying these fellas and them to highlight and showcase these guns and ammunition that he wants to make money off of them? And some of them might die and never be given a cent. So are you willing to give up? Are you willing to sell yourself for 20 pieces of silver? I can say silver 2 shillings for a man who come to your country, embarrassing your country, and then the first thing all the said youths is going to say is that we want betterment, we want change, we want things for the youth, we want this, we want that. Come on. What foolishness is this? Or you can't be serious, or you want thing, and then or you're saying, or we're not getting this, we're not getting that. But look what you're portraying. Look what you're portraying, and then or you want the government to say, well, all right, we will give away to, but or you want to change, or you didn't say, well, you know what happening, government, or you want to come for the guns, come for this. Something like that? Or you saying that, or you telling the nation is that, or you want this change? So listen to this part of this one here. The leader of the violent resistance gang who is incarcerated and the maximum security person in Aruka has declared war on police after 4 of his alleged gang members were killed on May the 23rd during an alleged firefight in the hills of St. Augustine. So this man is in the maximum prison but declaring war. Declaring war. Are we really serious? Are we really serious? Move on to the next slide for please. Move on to the next slide for please. And then we have 23-year-old unemployed man from George Street, Port of Spain, has been charged with the murder of PC Dale Myers. So we know that. We know that for a fact. But there were other people who were also involved in it. There were also people who were also involved in it. Not he alone. Because how did he reach to Port of Spain? And here we actually have it. He was also charged with several armed offenses. Firearm offenses. A significancy hearing has been set for February 28, 2025. So look how long. Look how long. Go back. Don't go too fast. Go back. Right. So the police said the guns tried to rob the bar. He drew his licensed fire gun. The man shot back, fatally wounded in Myers and fled. But how did he reach the Port of Spain? He would have had an accomplice. Hours later, the man was dropped off at the Port of Spain General Hospital. So you see what I'm telling you here? So he had an accomplice. And I am pretty much sure that the cameras by the Port of Spain General Hospital, even from the time you from the time you come by the Queenspark Savannah, it has camera. The Port of Spain General Hospital, it has camera. Independence Square, it has camera. South Key, it has tons of cameras. Nobody can see what type of vehicle went in there and dropped that man, and where it led and where it went, and nothing. Nothing at all. So his accomplice and all of them who went to pull a shot, all of them get away. Move on to the next slide for please. And quite in 2025. Quick work by Central Division Police led to arrest of 3 people posing as police officers to extort $600,000 from an elderly woman on May the 24th. Police officers told Newsday a bank had alerted them that an elderly woman had come to withdraw the money from her account. Let me read that again. Let me read that again. Police sources told Newsday a bank had alerted them. Had alerted them that an elderly woman had come to withdraw the money from her account. When staff asked the reason for this large withdrawal, she said 2 people had approached her at home earlier this morning claiming to be police officers. She told the bank staff that the police demanded was to prevent the prosecution of someone associated to her. Shortly after, the police set up a sting operation along the Chaguanas Main Road near Royal Bank of Canada, where the men were supposed to pick up the woman. After they withdrew the cash, it was handed over. So yes, quick thinking by the bank. But it just goes to show you how desperate this woman went to pay $600,000. And for who? Who she went to pay the $600,000 for? Why you were so desperate to pay $600,000? The people who you ain't verify is even police officers. I really trying to figure out what kind of madness is this? Who was in problems? And you see, this story don't finish properly again. So you just have little bits and pieces thrown out in the public domain. But really and truly, who is the family member that had the problem that this woman went to take out 600,000, that's nearly over $500,000 to pay to her? And we need to get answers on this ASAP. And this was on May the 24th. Today is what? Today is basically what? Today is the 27, 27 or something so? You know what the date, eh? Today is the 27th. 3 days after. And we don't know who she wanted to get, who she was going to pay this money to. So this woman was, yes, this woman was willing to run a bubble to pay this amount of money to get a family member off, you know. Move on to the next slide for me, please. Move on to the next slide. One person was killed during a reported shootout with the police along the Lydion Road on May the 25th. Police said members of the Port of Spain Task Force were on mobile patrol on Eastern Main Road in an unmarked vehicle around 5:20 p.m. when they saw the white Honda City speeding and driving dangerously near the Picton Street traffic light. Becoming suspicious, they chased the car and requested backup. When the officers intercepted it, near Bottle Alley, is Bottle Alley Mover? I know. All right. First, my name about her name. Bottle Alley Mover. 4 armed men allegedly got out and started shooting at the police. Well, the normal thing is also here. Who shot back? The men then escaped in nearby bushes, but not before one collapsed after being hit in the chest. A black metal object resembling a gun. So we don't know. So they fire back and they still get away. Let me tell you something. Go back, director. Go back. You see this particular one? You see all them officers who went on that particular chase and allowed the men to get away after shooting back at them? Let me tell you something. If I was the police commissioner, I'd send all of you on suspended leave. Seriously. I'm sending every one of you on suspension. Because you can't tell me this man fired Oye and Oye fire back and only one? Only one? Look, the man who got shot was 17 years old. Yes, he ended up in the hospital. But one person? So all our bullets are waste? All that, you know. Move on to the next slide for me, please. Move on to the next slide. So the head of the Central Division, Superintendent Gavin Simon, has said the police have been addressing all the crime reports in the Carson Field area and other parts of the division. That's not true. On May the 27th, which is today, Simon recalled that the last 2 months the police received 6 reports of crimes, of which 5 have been solved. 3 suspects were arrested and taken before the court. Simon said that the police have increased patrol in the area. That's not true again. He added that they have held several town meetings with nobody didn't show up in the division. And the latest was on Monday 21st at Presentation College. Nobody showed up. He responded to a statement by an NGO, Castlefield Revival Community, on the recent spate of crime, particularly home invasions in the farming-based community. He added that the police also recently, well, it have more on the thing, but really and truly, they need to do something about that particular crime situation that is taking place in the Castlefield area, and people are losing a lot of their livestock. They are terrorizing the people, really and truly, and we will have Shiraz on this Wednesday finally. So we will have Shiraz on this Wednesday to deal with this part of it, and to talk about that experience that he went through, especially his wife, and we are going to deal with that. So this Wednesday. So when you look at it, and I have been getting reports coming into me that there are people who are moving in police uniform. Now let me just say it abundantly clear, and we need to get clarification on this particular thing. But the crime spate in Trinidad and Tobago, there are people who are wearing plain clothes, and they're flashing the badge on highway, byway, and all kind of thing because they don't like when a man drive me in front of them or behind them. There needs to be clarification, not because he flashed the badge, he also needs to flash other his credentials and state his name and everything, and call for some other officers in the presence of the person. Because really and truly, I don't know who is you if you pull me over in plain clothes and telling me you is police. Because we've seen where people who wear plain clothes also shooting people and killing people and saying them as police too. So we can't take that chance in this 21st century. It's either you're on duty and you have only people uniform, and if you're wearing plain clothes, make it that you have police mark on your clothes or some kind of thing that is confirmed and verified by the police of the police commissioner of Trinidad and Tobago. So we need to know that. Well, we need to put them back on the firing range and truth. So, really and truly, we have a problem in Trinidad and Tobago that we have to solve. And really, there are some people who, which brings me to my next discussion. Do we have a picture of the new boss of the SSA? Do we have a picture of this new boss? She was making some comments over the weekend. And let me tell you something. I love this woman. I love this. I like Orlando, but I like this woman more. Alright, so we do have a picture of the new SSA leader, which is the Security Intelligence Agency. So, but this woman is working. She on the ground. Who calling me, boy? Oh God, I can't take that now. I will take it after. Yeah, so this woman is working. Give me 1 minute. Hold on. An important call coming in here. All right. So, really and truly, when I get my information, I try to bring it to you and bring it to you real. So, this woman is working. I don't think the men really respecting Miss Ula. I don't think they respecting Miss Ula, but they respecting the SSA woman. Now she is a more, she have more balls than half of them fellas and she out on the ground with the troops and she moving with them just like let us move to her, but she have more the man inside her she now. Oh, let me put it like that. She have more man in she to go out and be with she boys and them on the field and make sure the work is done and get the job done. Now, yeah, Ella have she style, but really and truly, this is a woman that really is about to clean up the whole crime situation in Trinidad and Tobago. And trust me, when I tell you she cleaning up the whole crime, she cleaning up the crime. So these fellas and them have to be very, very careful and know that she will be coming for them. She will be coming for them. So while Gary Griffith still going around the place talking the foolishness, this woman knows what she's about and she's coming after all you. Now, just Sunday night I would have spoken about these social media sites. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, eh? And again, a warning. I am warning the people. Be very careful of, is this your man? What is this your woman? And all these type of BS things that people putting out in the public domain. Because just today, one of the women went on a rant. Yeah. Just today, one of the women went on a rant and had to let the public know, or you put up she man, and she do like that. And she had to tell people that whether or not whoever she was with in the past, that have nothing to do with the future. She living with she man. Don't come to disrupt she life with them foolishness and paying up the man because you might like she man and she man home with she. If it is that Oye want to hear bacchanal because Oye missing this one or Oye missing that one, don't take the people personal thing and put it on Oye social media sites and telling Oye no. There's going to be consequences to Oye's chopping reactions if Oye don't do the thing the right way. Not they paying up the man, you get pour up the man, but you can't pour up the man and let people put all kind of degrading comments about the man. But they like the man or you don't like the man. The man was with this one and he sleep with that one. And they know how you know that? Or he was in the bedroom? Or you go ahead with these social media things with this nonsense. And just when this weekend here, I saw some people pictures going up on child support or some kind of stupidness. Now they have one pay up your money or what, some kind of thing, dad, or some kind of thing, you know, when they don't pay maintenance and all them different things, and who owing 100,000, who owing this, who owing that, who owing the other. Again, it had people who was up on the platform and they call me and they say, Fearless, they was never served. They don't know what these people talking about. So if you was never served, how you can be owing money that you was never served? It don't work, so you had to find the man and then I don't know, like some of them just jump to the conclusion that if it is that they pop the man on the thing, he will jump out and he will run out and he will say, well, okay, yeah, well, I have a bench warrant for me, well, I have a thing for me, look me here, come for me. And we're putting up old pictures of people who may have been seeing happy times at that point in time, not realizing that some of them may be catching the trance and then some of them done dead and gone to the grave. So people, all you have to be mindful that when you're putting up these things, make sure you have correct information and the administrators too. It can't be a hustle. It must not be about a hustle mentality. It must never be about a hustle mentality. Yes, now hold on. Right. Yeah. It must never be about this hustle mentality. Let me see how much money I can get. Or you put some money here. I don't have a problem if you call them deadbeat dad or you call them whoever dad or you want to call them, I don't have a problem with that. But make sure and get all your information right. Do not put up people think just so if all you know that going and cause problems. I beg you, please. Because people are calling and people are saying that those pictures up on some of them sites, they have asked the administrators, they're trying to get in contact with the administrators, and those who get through with the administrators, they're saying there's nothing that they could do. And those who can't get through to the administrators because the administrators not answering the phone. Now I know of one or two of these people who for some strange reason running these sites. Word reached to me is that they have themselves involved in some skullduggery and trying to hustle money off of these websites. So all you be very, very careful. They didn't get to run the scheme, the Ponzi scheme on people, because they know it's an offense now to run Ponzi schemes in Trinidad and Tobago. So they now want to run the scheme via these platforms. You hear noise? What noise is that you're hearing on the Yes, some of these things may be okay. It may be that some of these sites are extortion sites, and people have to be very, very careful. I don't have a problem with what you do anything, but make sure that when you send out the information, send it out correct and proper. Because at the end of the day, if I see my name there, or anybody who I am associated to, their name or anybody thing there, and we know for a fact that we are not in those categories, or we don't fall in those categories, I tell you no you. I will file my own document and I will carry Oye to the court. I will find the administrator of half of them so-called pages. And I have the technology and I will find you. And I will come after you all legally. And I'm going to slap Oye with one of the greatest lawsuits Oye may ever hear in this country. I might tell you the country after, while I'm going through the lawsuit, But trust me, I will file a lawsuit that they will never see to him open the eye again. Because apparently that is what some people want in this country. Verify the facts. Make sure that what you're putting out in the public domain is accurate and truth. Because you have some of them women and them who emotional. Because the man must be sleep with them, but choose your woman, choose your men wisely. You can't go and spread your leg all over the place. You're making a set of babies all over the place, and you don't know who is the baby father. You're picking and choosing which one is who, and this one and that one, and half of them ain't working to mind no children. But you just opening up your leg because why? I feel thinking he a bright tonight because he look like he have a little dollar in his pocket. I feel thinking he a little thing tonight. And then when he come in and putting up these people and them and when him do a DNA test. I know women who went and sleep with men. Telling man that died a baby and they do no DNA test. They do no DNA test. But they're just saying, oh God, because they don't know what they do already. They want the man while they was around the same time and they get pregnant. So they don't know who's the child father. They don't know who is the child father. And I know some mothers who literally, I know some mothers, some grandmothers in fact, because they will become grandmothers because the children end up making babies with some kind of loose goose, whether male or female. And when it's time now, the baby come in. Now the grandmother happy, The grandmother happy. So she grooming their man. Alright, we will make sure you eat your thing, alright. As the baby born, mommy taking that child to the clinic, take a swab and see whether or not if the child is his son own. And sometimes what is end up happening? You know what is end up happening? You is end up finding out that the child is not the man own. So you have people out here, they going with Tom, Dick and Harry. So they have a man in Tom, a man in Arima, a man in Grandy, a man here, a man there, a man all over the place. Why are you doing that? And then when you make a set of children, or you want man to mind the children, that you don't know if the father of the child, because he may look like the man. I have seen people look like the people, and them is not even the father, because you're thinking about him so much that the face of the child come out like the man. But do a DNA test and it's not the man. They say, well, mommy may, no, daddy may be, but mommy may be, or daddy may be, or something, so they say. But when you get serious, man, get serious. This is a serious thing. Every time when you go and open up your leg, somebody had a mind that child. And then when you vex, and then when you come into vent on social media. You ain't walking, he ain't walking, but you went and lie down And when you line out together, whoops, up come 9 months after the baby come. And everybody watching one another, well, the mommy go mind the child for me. Well, your mother go mind the child for me too. All right, so you mother and my mother and go right. So where you living? Because mommy say you can't live in the house with that child, and daddy say you can't bring no child in my house, so no woman to live in there with me. So what are you gonna do? Well, I feel so. Somebody will go between the leg and take out and take two to make the baby. Take them out. As you see it going in, you put it out one time. It can't be sweet. It can't be all that sweet that you don't want to see. That you don't want to say, all right, time for me to get off and go. You can't tell me that. Well, I don't know if they should spit on them, but I telling you, you make one, you know you didn't have no money to support the one, don't want to make 3, 5, 10, 16, and then you're telling people about the government wicked. Because you want things in front of your house. You want people to mind you. Just as you want man to mind you, you want the government to mind you. It is not the government's responsibility to mind you. It is not the government's responsibility to mind you. From the time you decided to do what you're doing, you have to know what it is you want. And how you're going and deal with that. So be very careful of all these things that we're putting up on social media. Because it don't have one or two of them people done making the rants already, and they're ready to go before the courts. And they're ready to sue. And trust me, you don't know who is who in this country. Eh? People have to be very careful. Some of these sites and them could be setting up people to death, you know. Listen to what I'm telling you, you know. Some of these sites and them could be setting up people to death. Because just imagine, you with shooter A, and shooter seeing your name popping up. Being with Tom, Dick, and Harry in all different things. Shooter A not going to take that because he going to find out this. Next thing you know, we start to see more and more people just missing and they gone. Yes, human trafficking too. So we have to be careful. These people could be setting up people. The extortion could be taking place. While it might be fun and game because we love a bacchanal in Trinidad. Eh? We love a bacchanal in Trinidad and Tobago. But seriously, we cannot be just doing things off our emotions and feelings, but we're doing it the right way. And those administrators do the thing the right way so that you safeguard yourself then no problem. You safeguard yourself and you do end up in problems. So I want to implore to everybody that please be mindful. Be mindful. Well, it's better I come here and I say, well, okay, Miss Daniela, would you buy lunch for me tomorrow if I highlight something for you? Better I say to David, send me some money now. Let me buy something for the staff and different things. Come on. We have to be careful what they putting up on the social media. Oh yes, well, let me tell you. You know my mother, you know. You know my mother. I want to talk about that. You know my. You know, remember something that I was supposed to do tonight that I really and truly it slipped me tonight because of all these stupidness and the crime that is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. And but I could touch on it. I could touch on it for the next 8 minutes before we head out. But I want to leave it. I want to leave that specifically for our show, really and truly, because I want to talk about the whole question of credit unions and start looking at investments and start looking at savings and generational wealth and all these different things. I want to start looking at these things and putting that perspective on things. So, and I want to let people know because I was listening to a young lady today, and what she said makes sense. What she said makes sense. If your child, and I've always tell people, I don't want to pressure my child to pass no exam. It's up to them. And I know that they function when it's time. But really and truly, let us start making young entrepreneurs. Let us start creating these young entrepreneurs to have a future. Let me done away with the foolishness that we waiting for mommy and daddy who ain't put nothing in place so we. And start giving your children a chance in life and becoming a millionaire. Let me give them a chance. Because when I hear plenty people talking the diatribe foolishness, I don't hear them saying, let me give our young people a chance to become business owners. Not depending on the government, but giving them an opportunity to learn about investment, where to invest, how to invest, why you must invest. Because as the girl really said, and she made sense, from any time of memorial of school to now, our school system has always remained the same. It has never changed. Really and truly, our school system has never changed, you know. Even though it's free, it still didn't change. In terms of, let me tell you why. You come to school every day. Yeah, but you come to school every day. No, in fact, you get up every morning. It's like a regime, you know. You get up every morning. You go and you take your bath, you brush your teeth, whatever. If you're lucky to eat breakfast in the morning, you're lucky. Some people don't eat breakfast in the morning. They just go to school because they're hoping and depending on that breakfast to come in the morning time to just get something to eat. They don't get a hot cup of coffee or a cup of tea on their chest in the morning with them breakfast and them. I can tell you that. And according to what they bring, which is like a bun sometimes, they might get water with that. We may have to do better than that. Give these children them either a hot cup of tea or some kind of milk to go with that. But really and truly, when we reach in the classroom, we sit down behind the same set of desks over and over and over, not being exposed to doing business, but more of a prison system of going, take a break at 10 o'clock, come back, sit down till 12 or 11:30, eat the lunch for an hour, get back in the classroom, finish, and when we finish, at probably 2 weekend break or something, and by 2:30 for secondary schools we out. For 2:30 for the free schools we out. And 3 o'clock for the bigger children in these primary schools, they out. We have to stop doing that. And I want to appeal to the CXC executive. Leave some of the trades back in the school. Leave the trades at CXC level and CAPE level. Even though it may not have a big, even though it may not have a big amount, in the tech and all, how you can stop these things at CXC from the exams? Children have to write these things. So what are they learning the tech in the school for now? If they're not going to be given an opportunity to write it at CXC level, there are something called niche markets. Not everybody will become plumbers. Not everybody will become masons. Not everybody will become going to home economics. We have to be mindful. When we give the children an opportunity to go into trade and learn about technology, we giving them an opportunity at a start in life, which is more advanced than those who just doing 5 passes and continuing to go on to university. But those who have the trade, they get an early start to start up their own business and to continue the trade so that they could buy the equipment eventually and become young entrepreneurs in Trinidad and Tobago. Don't do that. Don't do that. Well, with the tech, again, it's a niche market again, because there are many people who may not understand the tech, and there are many children who understand the tech, but they just don't have it in the right perspective. And according to how it's being taught in the schools, they may not feel that vibes, as we just say. So, really and truly, I want to appeal to the CXC board to please put back tech and these trades back on the CXC examination papers, so that the children then will be able to get a fighting chance to start in life, even though they may not be academically inclined. But they must get an opportunity to have a start in life so that they can become young entrepreneurs and earn a living with the trade that they have learned from secondary school. People, I want to thank you all for actually staying on and watching. Please, I want to implore people, let us not be selfish and keep this knowledge that we are imparting to you all to ourselves, or only want ourselves to hear it. Let me share it. Let me encourage our friends. Let me encourage our partners. Let me encourage everybody to please like, share, and subscribe on the platforms, but also register on the main platform, Bounce Up Central, bounceup.com. So please, Director, can you raise that volume and let me go out of this thing tonight? I need to hear the spirit calling, because there's a sukkah here released in Philadelphia that's talking them woman and them. There we go.
Everybody and them with. Everybody rock them with. Everybody rock them with. Everybody something with. No stop, pause. Stay right there. Don't move. Show the spirit discipline. Don't shake. Show the spirit discipline. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. 4, 3, 2, everybody